Hello guys, what do you think where I am? Maybe you think that I am in Switzerland, but not. I am in Kyrgyzstan. Hello guys, you remember that on last video I was on Isykyl Lake, where I have continued my trip after Raduga Resort, that is on the south shore of Isykyl Lake. We drove about 141 kilometers from Cholponata. En road we saw Hippodrome, where were World Nomad Games. It was a famous event where a lot of tourists come to see the World Nomad Games. Second, that I like to see on the way to Karakol are houses of villages that we're passing through. After 2.5 hours of driving, we arrived to Karakol. By entering Karakol, you can notice that most houses with window shutters. It is because of that in Soviet time the major population was Russian and they built houses with shutters. By arriving at Karakol, we decided to do a city tour and walk around to show you sightseeing of Karakol. Firstly, we decided to go to Dungan Mosque, and I was sure that we can tell about mosque and show you it. However, they did not allow to enter because of pandemic, and we went out of the mosque. However, I would like to tell you shortly about Dungan Mosque. The Dungan Mosque in Karakol was built from 1907 to 1910 without a single nail. The uniqueness of the mosque is in shape of pagoda and does not similar to other mosques that you have used to see before. The mosque was built by Dungans, a community of Chinese Muslims who arrived to Karakol. Today, the mosque is used by general community in Karakol, not just Dungan worshippers. After a short visit to Dungan Mosque, we went to the famous Orthodox Church. Do you imagine that for this church is almost 125 years? During Soviet times, in the church was a dance hall, and during World War II, a school. The wooden church stands on a stone foundation. 5 domes that once crowned the church were destroyed in Soviet times. Today, several old icons have survived inside the church. Reconstruction work has been carried out since 1961. When you come closer to church, you will wonder about old style and architecture of the church. So we took a video on quarantine time. Because of that, we cannot enter and take a video of the whole church. However, also if you come to here in normal life, it's not allowed to take a video inside of the church. So to see church, you should come to here and enter to the church. Our final destination was a souvenir shop that I love to visit every time when I visit Karakol. Here you can find traditional Kyrgyz souvenirs from felt like slippers, carpet, scarf, pictures that were made by wool of sheep. You can see even the table of wool processing steps. This shop is so cute. When you come to here, you feel special atmosphere of the souvenir shop, and I like to see different kind of handmade. It was made by the locals. It's so amazing. Also, here you can find other souvenirs. And also in Kyrgyzstan, there are some products from Sibaksorn. It's a berry that is grown mainly near to the Issyk Lake villages. And here you can see different products from Sibaksorn. For example, there is a Sibaksorn oil, and also there is some cream from Sibaksorn. And soap that is also handmade and was made by ecological way. So there are different types of soap. For example, there's a soap from Sibaksorn as well, from apricot, and as well as here you can see that Kyrgyz people also do soap from the sugar. Shelf you can see different kind of products that was made also by locals, and it was made from merino wool. And also you can see different colors are also was made by ecological way. For example, here you can see such kind of wool that was made from the shell of the onion. People use, for example, apricot and walnut to color wool and create the beautiful color of products. And of course, here you will find Kyrgyz honey. That is famous mountain honey of Kyrgyzstan, is natural and has an unusual aroma, amazing taste, and unusual usefulness. After spending some time in souvenir shop, we started to feel hunger and decided to go to one of the most famous cafes in Karakol and tried a famous meal in Karakol&Altyn Arashan. Every region in Kyrgyzstan has special meal. For example, in Karakol, special meal is Arashan. It is cold meal with the noodles and the soup. It is delicious for locals. Maybe you can try and you will like the taste of the food. Tastes really well. On the next day, we decided to drive to Altyn Arashan. Thank you to our friend that helped us to get from Karakol till the village Aksu. And from that point, we will start our hike. Usually, to get till Altyn Arashan, people hire or us because other cars cannot get there. Road to Altyn Arashan is bumpy and you can see a lot of stones. Drive with usual car will be difficult. The second way to reach Altyn Arashan is to hike almost 17 kilometers. We chose a second way and hiked. We saw beautiful views. Rocks, bridges, and also big mushrooms.
So by walking to Altyn Arashan, you can see different kind of flowers, and also we saw big mushrooms like here.
After exploring the beauty of nature, we continue our walking. After 5 hours of walking, hail started. Despite the rain, we continue our trip. After 1.5 hours, we came to here. So finally we came to here. It's so beautiful around, not so raining, and we will enjoy the nature of Altyn Arashan. It was amazing view of Altyn Arashan. We were happy to see our friends and spent a lot of time talking with them. On the next day, we thought about walking around. However, we decided to go to see Kyrgyz national game, that is Kökboru. In the morning we had breakfast with the locals, and they said that here they are going to play Kökboru. Kökboru is a Kyrgyz traditional game, and soon I'm going to show it. On the way, we met locals and decided to take an interview from one of them. Sizin atыңызды сураса болобу?
Болот. Кадыров Бактыбек Касмалиевич.
Анан бул жерде мал карайсызбы же эмне кыласыз бул жерде?
Биз Арашан өрөөнүндө мал карайбыз да. Мал, жылкы, уй биздики главный да. Ошо мал менен жазында көчүп келебиз, сентябрларда көчөбүз да кайра, күзүндө буюрса.
Эми сиздин үй бүлө жөнүңүздү сурайын дегемде, канча балаңыз бар?
Мен 4 эркек балам бар.
Баары эле бул жакта да,
Мына күчүүсү бул. Дания. Бирөөсү азыр келет. Ал улак алып келем деп кетпеди. Буюрса болот да.
Эми сиз биякта туристтерди көрөсүзбү, көп келген туристтерди?
Биякта туристтер быйыл келген жок, эми былтыр мурун ооруп электе аябай эле көп келчи да, аябай. Абдан көп келчи. Баякта балдар ат менен сопровождение кылып, Ала көлдү көрсөтүп кайра алып келчи да. Азыр эми быйыл эми ооруга байланыштуу келбей эле да, азыр тынч эле.
Кайсы айылда жашайсыз?
Биз Аксууда жашайбыз, Аксуунун өзүндө.
Анан улак тартышты ойногон билесизби?
Эми жаш чакта ойночубуз, азыр балдар ойноп атпайбы, азыр балдар буюрса баштайт. Бүгүн баланын да туулган күндү эле. Ошондо азыр улак алып келип баштаган турат буюрса.
Жакшы. Анда жакшы, рахмат сизге айтып бергениңизге. After we went to see Kökboru. Kökboru is a traditional Kyrgyz horse riding competition. This is a traditional game played by two teams on a horseback, where the players throw the carcass of a sheep and throw it into the opponent's goal. Kökboru, which translates from English, is a grey wolf. The history of the game Kökboru began when men went hunting to feed their families, while the cattle remained under the supervision of elders, women, and youth. Wolves often attacked livestock and caused many problems. Returning from the hunt, angry people are chasing wolves. Having overtaken the wolves, they lifted the running wolves from the ground and threw them into each other. Today, the game requires teams to throw a dead sheep or goat into an opponent's well on a playing field. After watching the fascinating game, we went to hot springs. In Altyn Arashan, there are open-air hot springs and also indoor hot springs. On the way to hot springs, we saw cows and horses. after some minutes of walking, we came to hot springs. Temperature of hot springs is about 32 degrees. It's really comfortable to sit here. Warm water. Outside is about 23 degrees. You saw that I was in warm clothes. And when you are entering here, you enjoy the temperature of water and the beautiful nature around you. Also, here we saw one more hot springs. That is in the form of the frog. On the next day, we took interview from our friends that have a guest house in Altyn Arashan. So we came to Altyn Arashan and we are in Elza guest house. We overnight there for 2 days and now we would like to have interview with one of the owner. We will ask some questions and I have a question. Would you please tell your name and present about yourself?
Yes, thank you. Hello everyone. So this is our guest house Elza, and so I'm working here. My name is Elnar, and so we are working here since 2017.
What kind of destination do you have here to maybe hiking there, do trekking?
So I need to start with so very famous lake, Karakol Lake. So the tourists come here to see this lake, but this not only one destination in Altyn Arashan. Also we have different valleys with different small lakes. Especially in this valley we have small lakes, and these lakes not like Karakol Lake, they are not big like as Karakol Lake. They are smaller but also very beautiful, so the tourists can see those lakes. And also we have waterfalls in this valley, lots of waterfalls, and so there are hot springs, wild hot springs. And here in Altyn Arashan we also have hot springs like wild, it's natural hot springs. So you can go there, down there, and you can see hot springs.
Okay, thank you for your answers. It was really glad to see you and to be a guest in your house. So yes, I would like to tell that we overnight for 2 days and it was amazing. So it was like a special atmosphere here and really delicious food. I really like it. I really recommend to come to Elza guest house. It was great tour. Hope you can repeat it and see the beauty of Kyrgyzstan. Hello guys, what do you think where I am? Where am I? Hello guys, what do you think? Maybe you think Hope you like my video about Karakol and Altyn Arashan. I will do also the other videos about the different places in Kyrgyzstan, and you are always welcome to write me comments and some review about my videos. I would like to make it better. So bye and see you soon.